Hello and welcome to Arcade Couch, the best place to chill with friends, get your game goodness each and every Monday. My name's Tom Blight. Joining me on the couch this week, Ashley Hobley.
Hey Dylan, excited to be here because the Virtual Boy is coming back. I know what that is.
Hold on. No, stop myself. I'm pinning that. Also here, Kieran Marchant.
Hello, it is I, here to be direct and outlandish.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that makes sense. This week we're talking about the Nintendo Direct and Borderlands 4. Yep. Hence Kieran's riff. Good bit.
Mm-hmm.
I really want to ask you about the Virtual Boy now, but I'm going to save it because we'll get to that. So Nintendo had a September Direct. It went for about an hour, a little bit over, I think. It was at 11 p.m. on Friday or Thursday? Friday, I can't remember now. Anyway, Friday? I don't know. Ash, I know you watched it. What was your overall thoughts on this one before we jump in?
Yeah, pretty good. Obviously, this is the first big Direct since Nintendo Switch 2 launched, and they provided a lot of exciting games and kind of gave you a glimpse of what was coming, not just the end, this last part of the year, but also what was coming in 2026. So, yeah, I think they did a good job. I think it was interesting the way they segmented. Obviously, they'd built up all the 40th anniversary stuff and just had it in a huge block at the start, and then just did their normal Direct kind of after. So, yeah, pretty good show,
Kieran, did you just catch the trailers after?
Yeah, I flicked through stuff and grabbed through bits and pieces of it. Yep.
Yeah, I thought it was solid. I thought it was good. I like the way they started with the Super Mario, or Mario, I guess, focus first, and then highlighted all of the 40th anniversary stuff and 40th anniversary adjacent Mario stuff before sort of broke it and then said, all right, now for the normal Direct sort of stuff, and they went on from there. So I like the way it was all sort of paced out. Some big announcements in here, release dates for a lot of stuff that people have been anticipating, a mix of different sort of indie stuff and whatnot. So overall I thought it was good. And then, the Virtual Boy. Yep. So first thing we got though was a teaser trailer for the now officially titled the Super Mario Galaxy movie, which is coming out in April 2026. What do you think of the teaser, Ash?
Illumination's putting all their money and budget into this because it looks very, very pretty.
Yeah.
Got a little gopher guy going around,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, looks very pretty. What else, Spawn?
No. Do you reckon it's weird they got everyone? Oh no, I suppose it's not weird. But they only confirmed the core cast. No one knew. Didn't confirm.
No, still very early days. What they gave release date. It's like mid next year, right?
That's like April 2026. Yeah.
Yeah. So, probably when they have like a little bit more to show.
Do you remember the other thing I was thinking that was wild about this? Like it was close to the timing. The Direct they did for the original Mario, the Mario Brothers movie happened like the Friday of PAX, I think, or Saturday of PAX or something. One of those two.
It was so near PAX, yeah.
No, I remember watching it before heading to the show. So timing wise, I was thinking, it's pretty close to October again. So this is apparently the going thing. I can't remember. Kieran, did you watch the movie?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think? I can't remember what you.
It was okay. It was. Yeah.
I'm a known hater, so
yeah.
Fair enough. I can see both sides of it. I don't think it was absolutely amazing, but it was sound.
It was sound. It was what
sound.
It needed to be.
It was sound and visual.
You
know what I actually need more confirmation of? Yoshi. 100%. I need Yoshi in this.
Did they tease Yoshi at the end of last?
Yeah, they did.
Do you think it's too? I don't want to say too early, right? But did they need to jump to Galaxy in terms of where the movie was headed yet? Because I feel like there's a lot of other stuff that could be done without going to the quote unquote Galaxy format straight away. Yeah, like I feel like there's Yoshi. There's
Well, they should have gone 2, 3, 64.
They could have
Sunshine.
done Sunshine. Yeah, 100%. No, but like I feel like there's other things like Wario and Waluigi and stuff like that could have been
Explored, bad guys.
Yeah, bad guys and explored without needing to go like beyond the kind of the stock standard Super Mario stuff. If that makes sense. Like before we go into outer space, I feel like we're jumping a few steps here before we go to the galaxy.
I feel like it's once they open up the galaxy and like they can just do whatever they want after that, because then they can just be like, there's like all these universes and whatever else, like
all these worlds that they can go to. You know,
so then if
like
they
the Yoshi world.
Yeah. So then if they want to set one on one later, then it's like they don't need to really explain why. It's like, we covered that in the Galaxy movie. Like we're just in a random place. Who cares?
Fair enough.
That's what I would assume anyway.
If you were to guess what character is going to be introduced in this next movie?
Well, it's Rosalina.
Yeah, you can't do Galaxy without Rosalina.
Who would you cast as Rosalina?
Someone British.
Guys, it's
I think it's pretty obvious.
Pretty fucking obvious who you cast.
Anya Taylor-Joy.
Jeez. Cast Florence Pugh. Done.
Oh, I wasn't going that direction, but that's...
No, who are you going?
I'm Thingy Sweeney. What's her fucking name?
What? You said British and you went Sydney Sweeney.
Yeah, Sydney Sweeney. Fuck it. Just put her in everything. She's blonde. Sorry. No. This movie is not bound by... Chris Pratt is still fucking Mario, all right? Let's just...
You're right. Let's put as many problematic people as we can
100%
at the moment.
Yes.
Sydney Sweeney's
does have good genes.
She's having a troubled year. Chris Pratt's out here sticking up for Charlie Kirk. Like, let's just keep the ball rolling with Mario. Let's make this as family Christian friendly as we can.
Spot on.
Yeah. Yeah. Ben Shapiro's going to play Waluigi.
Yeah. What did you say about me? Woke. 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 Oh my god! Shout outs! I saw a clip from fucking Dropout. What's the show where Sam like gives a prompt and they got to
make some noise.
Make some noise. Yeah, I hadn't seen the episode, but I saw a thing from it this week where the prompt is like, you've just come out of the people come back from Narnia, but now Republicans or whatever.
Oh, yeah,
like,
yeah. Immediately,
quick,
Brennan's like,
build a wall.
Brennan's like, build a fucking wall.
And it's just the fact that everyone agreed with everything. It's like, what's his Edward? I think is that the older brother. It's like, of course he would be the fucking like the little bitch. It's like, good look after animals. Yeah, come here and take all our jobs. Like, I was like, this shit is funny. Good shit. Anyway, I feel like we're at the stage where we nearly mentioned Dropout in every fucking second episode of a different podcast here at this stage. But
how could you not? They make such quality content.
Yeah. Support them, not us. Then we got the announcement of Super Mario Galaxy 1+2 collection coming to Nintendo Switch. It's coming out October 2nd. Mario and Rosalina are both getting amiibos for it. I'm keen to play it. I've not like fussed if I don't get as much time to go hardcore into it, because I've finished both. I put a shit ton of time into the second one. I think I nearly got all the stars and everything in that, and then I gave up or got bored. I can't remember. But both these games are fantastic. If you haven't played them before, I would highly suggest playing them. I don't think anyone here has played them. You haven't either, have you, Ciaran? The Galaxy games?
I think they'll be doing good. Like, it's been about time. I'm surprised they went on the Switch 1, to be perfectly honest. Like, it's I think it's interesting because it kind of fills that void of, yes, we've had Donkey Kong fill up that Mario Odyssey space, and then this kind of will hold people over for whenever, the next 3D Mario actually does come out.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's a good choice. I don't know. It's wild that they're doing both at the same time. And everybody talks about Galaxy 2 so much more than Galaxy 1 nowadays anyway. So I guess you can't
Galaxy
really...
2 was so much harder to get.
Yeah.
I believe Mario Galaxy was on the Switch, but you couldn't get Galaxy 2.
I didn't think you could. I don't think Galaxy was on the Switch.
No, neither on the Switch.
No.
Look at him like trying to ask his fucking Google service over there. Prove me right. Then we got an announcement of Mario Tennis Fever announced. So this one is the first one since Mario Tennis Aces. Yeah, I think that's what it was called, which was on the last Switch, obviously. This one is being built all around Fever Shots. It's coming out February 12th, 2026. It's going to have some sort of story mode where everyone's turned into babies. Going to have online play from the get-go with matchmaking based on difficulty levels, all sorts of stuff. A lot of the stuff they talked about was honestly stuff that was complaints about Aces. There was no story campaign mode or anything. It was just like quick play and multiplayer, and
yeah, it's
no
pretty
online. It was only local co-op, local versus. So lots of stuff here ticking boxes for this against people's complaints for the last one. So I never even played Aces, to be honest, because I was like, not my cup of tea, especially if it was only quick play. I'm like, I'm not gonna chuck that
What's
out
the point?
just to What's the point? I need a story or some level of building challenge to put me through, some level system. I don't know. Yeah. We then got the announcement that Super.
Wait, just to clarify, to prove I was right. Back on the obnoxious 35th anniversary of Super Mario, they released the Super Mario 3D All Stars pack, which included Super Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine, and Super Mario Galaxy on the Switch. So there you go.
What?
Yep.
I remember playing Sunshine. Did I just not play? Okay.
Yeah, maybe. Or you remember you played it on the GameCube. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, okay. The obnoxious 35th anniversary.
Yeah, 30th anniversary. There's nothing.
Super Mario Bros. Wonder is getting a Nintendo Switch 2 edition, which is also going to add a DLC pack meetup in Bellabelle Park. They only talked about the Bellabelle Park in this, which looks to be a very family-friendly focus, like co-op, multiplayer, bunch of new mini games and stuff in here. However, they did tease and say more information will be coming about the new levels and stuff that will be coming to the Nintendo Switch 2 edition of the game. So more keen to learn about that personally. Super Mario Bros. Wonder also has already received a patch for Switch 2 that did make it run better. So you don't need to wait for that to do that. It's just going to be, I think, new content and stuff. They also announced that the Talking Flower from Wonder is getting released into the wild in some point in 2026, and it apparently is something you can sit on your shelf and it'll just say random shit at some point. So
yep,
cool.
They got pretty lazy with naming stuff, didn't they?
Talking Flower.
But why would anybody want that, right? Just you have this fucking this flower, and it's just going to randomly say shit.
Because it's Nintendo.
Yeah.
But middle of the night, you're fucking half asleep, you're wondering to go take a leak, and then it's just going to yell at you from across the house.
It's like, you should have drunk so much beer.
That happens to me already, and I don't even have a Talking Flower. It's just I hear voices. I mean, look, I kind of want it.
Of course you do.
It looks adorable.
Yeah. Maybe just turn it off and leave it on my shelf.
I mean, it reminds you of those little kids' toys that kids talk to and it just kind of repeats the sound back at them. Or the little dancing cactuses they had.
Yeah.
Stuff like that, yeah.
I mean, they're very cute. They're very cute in the game.
Yeah.
very fun. Yeah. I'm talking about cute and fun. Yoshi and the Mysterious Book was announced. This looks amazing. Comes out some point in 2026. It is Yoshi goes into a storybook, and the world, everything, the art design for this one is very storybook-esque. So, every Yoshi game, they just change shit now. They're like, Woolly World, Crafted World, Woolly World, Book World, where we're at now. So I'm keen for this. I think it looks pretty cool. Anyone else? I mean,
yeah. I was worried at the time, like, oh man, are they going to rip off Plucky Swire and he's just going to jump between?
No, not
thing?
quite.
But no, it looked like full proper levels inside. And like,
yeah,
I mean, the objective of this is like to try and learn stuff about the environment that you're going into each time. So that's kind of interesting.
No, it does look cool. Then we went into the proper Direct, or the non-Super Mario 40th anniversary side of the Direct. First trailer was for Stormlancers, which is a roguelike, co-op roguelike that's out on the Switch today. Well, it's already out on the Switch. Then they announced that Dinkum is coming to November 6th to Nintendo Switch. This has previously just been available on PC and is, of course, the Australian Animal Crossing-like thing.
Yep.
Cool. I haven't played it, but, maybe that's maybe it's anti-Australian that none of us have ever checked out Dinkum. You know what I mean? But, then we got Popucom. Popucom. This is a co-op only game where basically the two different characters have different like color, guns, and abilities, and you need to be able to use the abilities and guns on certain things in order to progress through the game, and it require you shoot, then I shoot, then that sort of thing.
Like Puzzle Burst, or what's the matchmaking game? I can't remember.
Match 3?
Keep going. Well, I mean match 3, but there's like
Tomodachi Life Living the Dream got a new trailer. Now the game has been delayed to 2026, but the trailer also continues to just look like fucking a weird acid trip. I don't know what's going on in this game. I get so confused every time they show a trailer for it. I'm just like, it just looks insane to me. I'm just like, are people enjoying this not on drugs? Because I look like I need to be on drugs to enjoy the game, but I don't know. Is it aimed at kids? I'm so confused. It just looks
I know. Yeah. I mean, it seems like a very, very weird iteration of The Sims.
Yeah, it's just I never played them. I guess is the other thing. Like they were on the 3DS, I think. I had one on the last one was on or whatever. So now I'm just like, I fucking don't know what this is. It just looks so weird. Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection was announced. This is coming to Switch. Sorry, this is of course the Mortal Kombat Collection that also includes the documentary thing part of it. Looks cool. Final Fantasy VII Remake Integrate is coming to Switch 2 on January 22nd, 2026. Of course, just hey, we can play this. This game can now play on the Switch too. Have it. Linked Banner of the Spark is launching on the Switch 2 now. It's out now. Shadow drop, sort of. Then we got a fucking really cool trailer for Hades 2, and the announcement that full release is coming on September 25th, 2025. So, Hades 2 is a console timed exclusive for Nintendo Switch. It is, of course, already on PC in early access. I played a little bit, last year whenever early access started, and I haven't touched it since, similar to my story with the original Hades, where I was just like, yep, cool, enough of that until full release, and then never went back to it. And I'm fine with that. I paid for it knowing that was probably going to be the case. But if you don't have a PC or don't want to play it on PC or whatever your story is, it is not going to be available on PlayStation, Xbox for an undesignated amount of time. I don't think they've actually said, but it is.
I can't find a date.
Yeah. So what are you going to do, Ash? Is my big question. What are you going to do? September 25th rolls around soon. What are you doing? Buying a Steam Deck so you can play it at PAX. Correct answer.
That would be the correct
It
answer.
is actually the correct answer.
You know, it's a rough go because obviously the following week, I think, or at least in the next following 2 weeks, it's like Ghost of Yotai. So do I wait to play that before starting Hades, or because it's like the run system, you know, the interchangeables, you know, can you be playing?
I think you could. I think you could play both, especially if you balled out and got a Steam Deck. If you balled out and got a Steam Deck, you could. You could play.
You're
both
making a very
easily.
compelling case.
I'm just saying. Just saying.
Kieran, where are you going to play Hades 2?
On my Steam Deck.
On your Steam Deck?
On my Steam Deck.
Yeah, I think I will also play it on my Steam Deck.
Yeah, you've both got Switch choice. Okay.
Yeah, I
yes,
know, right?
But I've already paid for it on PC. I already own it on PC. So
Okay.
no offense to my Switch too, but I don't think I need to rebuy it. That said, you can transfer saves straight like day and date. If you are someone who's like, I've played it on PC, I'd prefer to play it on my Switch too. You can cloud save from PC across to this and whatever. That's cool. But yeah, I'm like, I don't really feel like I need to repay the money. Although it would run as well from all accounts on either console. By all accounts, it's running at 60 on the Steam Deck and 60 on the Switch 2 in handheld. So that's cool. It's nice to know that both will run the same comparatively to Hades in handheld on the original Switch ran at 30, obviously. So whatever you pick, I don't think there's a bad option in this particular scenario. I don't because. Yeah, you used to just being like the Switch would be the worst pick, but currently for a lot of games like this, I think it's okay. Pick either way. What do we think of the trailer, by the way, before we move on?
The trailer's always goes hard.
Banger trailer.
Hades always has great music, has good animations.
The song was playing. That's just, I don't know if it's like I hadn't heard the song before. I don't know if it's
It'll be a Darren Cross, is it?
Cole.
Darren Cross?
Yeah.
Cole. Yeah. Cole. But it's like the woman's voice is like, whoa. Like, you know, just that part that was like kicking in towards the end. I was like, oh, this is a track. This is the track, you know? So, what do we reckon? We'll I know the year's been sort of, a lot of people are saying it's already, you know, cold set for Game of the Years and all that sort of stuff. But,
no, it's not.
I mean, given how well the original Hades did, like, is Hades 2 going to come in for a
I don't think
case,
so,
you know?
only because I think people have expectations around it. I think the biggest thing for Hades is that nobody had expectations for the game. So I think that's where, you know, Clear Obscure Expedition 33 has the advantage because nobody was expecting that game to be what it is and what it was. Like, you know, this is such a weirdly stacked year for games in that category that I don't know if Hades is going to find its mark.
Nate, what's the non-indie current front runner for Game of the Year?
Hollow Knight 6.
No, I said
non-indie.
Donkey Kong.
Yeah. I'd
Or
say either
Death
Donkey
Stranding.
Kong or Death Stranding 2.
Or Split Fiction, depending on how you want to
Split Fiction.
get to that.
But I guess would you still consider Split
I
Fiction
don't think
indie?
Split Fiction is like proper. I feel like he gets. I don't know. It depends on your definition or whatever. But like, considering it's all like part of EA now, basically, and
just also the often reminder of you two both need to still play Split Fiction.
Yeah. Hey, before the end of the year.
Yeah, before the end of the year.
Totally.
Before November.
Before
30th?
November, whatever the date I lock in
Assigned?
for Game of the Year voting to be locked in by. Yes, 100%. I also need to finish Death Stranding too. So yeah. Oh dear, what a year! It's been a year. Kirby Air Riders is getting some amiibos. They look cute. Also, the fact that Sakurai is like, I'm coming back soon to do another direct. I'm like, cunt, you just spent an hour.
You just did like
how much?
You just did like an hour on this game. How much more can you have to talk about?
How much more do you have to talk about? Fuck me. Like, good Lord. My dude's just sitting there going, no, Keep going. Like, Hideo Kojima is the opposite of this dude. He's like, nah, secrecy. Keep everything shut. I'm not going to talk about it. Okay. Sakurai's like,
this is how you
hands
do
open
every
now.
single thing in this. Let me
Yep.
show you every single square inch of this map.
Yep. You know what? But appreciate
This is
his,
what this power up does.
appreciate his passion for his games, I guess.
Yeah.
Good for him. Hyrule Wars Age of Imprisonment got a release date. Finally, it's coming out on November 6th. This continues to look a lot cooler than the last one. Like, it just looks a lot more story focused and stuff. Not what do they call it? Wushu games? Like, I don't know what the yeah. Dragon Quest VII Reimagined got announced. This looks fucking sick. IMO. It's a remake of the PS1 game, and it looks so much cooler than the PS1 version of this game, to the point that I didn't even pick up what it was at the start, to be honest. So I like this. I'm keen for this. I think it looks great. No notes. Very keen. You two have no history of Dragon Quest, I don't think. So
no, but I don't know. I'm split on the art style.
It's very Dragon Questy though, like especially on the I mean the character, the face art and everything, very Dragon Questy. So
no, I don't know. When I think of Dragon Quest, I think Akira Toriyama. So because he did, I can't remember which one he did. Like maybe Civ 5 or something. Because that's all I know is the first Dragon Quest game I saw was one he did the art for. And that's what I always imagined Dragon Quest games looking like since. So, but I don't know. Their faces look like kind of weird. And there's that one shot of the guy with the hood. He's got like a goatee. It looks really weird with its animation look. You know?
There's a wolf though.
Yeah, okay.
Just to counteract what you said, can I offer a wolf as a...
You sold me.
Okay, good. Thank you. All right, now we're finally to it. Nintendo Classics Virtual Boy was announced. Ash, you've never heard of the Virtual Boy.
I've probably heard of the Virtual Boy. But
sorry, you are the oldest person here who probably was around when the original Virtual Boy came out.
He's not wrong.
I don't know what to tell you.
The Virtual Boy was a huge failure of a thing that Nintendo did.
Shocker.
And the fact that they're bringing it back in any fashion, not just putting the games on the digital library, but going, you know what? Here's a thing that, where's the Press Start article I had up to tell me the price? Press Start says $139.95 for the Virtual Boy, the full proper thing. $29.95 to order that cardboard. That'll do the job, but not be as cool.
The Labo version.
The Labo version or whatever. So the original version was released in 1995. The Wikipedia article says it cost $179.99 US, which is equivalent to $370 in 2024. Very funny. But yeah, it's as the article says here, as the Wikipedia says, the Virtual Boy was panned by critics and was a commercial failure even after repeated price drops. Its failure has been attributed to its high retail price, unappealing red and black display, unimpressive stereoscopic effect, poor ergodynamics, lack of true portability, and reports of adverse health effects such as headaches, dizziness, and eye strain. Stereoscopic technology of video games consoles was later revived, notably including Nintendo 3DS handheld. I've played this at a they had it at a video game museum thing I went to once, and it was terrible. Like, no surprise, but yeah, I don't know really. The funniest thing to me is that it's that thing of like what time and everything does and changes, because everyone's going to buy this now.
Mm-hmm.
It was a huge commercial flop. No one wanted to buy it. No one cared for it. All these sorts of things. Now everyone's going to pay $130 for this and go out and get all those games and subscribe to the expansion pass so they can get it and stuff like that. So good on you, Nintendo. And that's the thing. I can't fault their business decisions at the moment.
When we keep proving them right.
Yeah, because they do something, you go, that's dumb. Why would you do that? And then you're like, no, everyone will buy it. What are we talking about? It probably cost them fuck all to make this thing. You know, like it's old technology just repackaged into some new plastic. It costs them nothing, and everyone's going to buy it. You going to buy this, Ciaran?
No.
You sure? Okay. You sure?
No.
Okay. Just thought I'd check.
No.
Then we got Fatal Frame 2 Crimson Butterfly. Fatal Frame 2 Crimson Butterfly. Shut up! Butterfly remake got a trailer.
Are you supposed to hold it up to your face?
No. It has like a little stand. It
has like a fucking tripod.
It has a tripod. It stands.
You sit it on your desk and you put your face into it.
Yeah.
I know. It only looks like 2 legs, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. How many you got?
I was going to say you only need 2 legs, so
fucking
why
relax.
does it need a third?
Yeah, but I got great balance. I don't know how this is supposed to have great balance.
I've seen you walk. That's a lie.
I got solid balance. This doesn't look like it's got solid balance.
Oh dear. They announced a bunch of Nintendo Switch 2 editions for games that are coming. One Piece Pirate Warrior 4 is more pirates can be seen now. Overcooked 2 is going to be using the camera now. So as you're yelling at your friends, they can see you using the Nintendo Switch 2 camera.
You could see the pain that they're in when you're yelling
at them.
See
the pain. Yeah. Buddy should get this just so I can see him go,
yes,
chef,
keep
yes,
track
chef,
of people.
yes, chef. Like, yeah. So you can keep track of
I want to
people.
make sure you're paying full attention.
Yeah. Did you just look down at your phone? Fucking no. Stardew Valley announced that it's getting mouse controls, game share, and split screen 4-player. So the game share part's cool because that means you can actually, if you own the game, you can play it with 3 other of your friends who don't own the game in co-op, as long as you're together. So Human Fall Flat's getting 5 new levels, and then we got a Power Wash Simulator 2 trailer. This one's going to have co-op and everything, and that's coming later this year. Suka Game Planet was announced, which is, I guess, more Suka. You played some of this, didn't you, Ciaran?
I love Suka Game. Yeah, Suka Game's good shit.
Yeah. So is this cool or?
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, it's just more. It's more of a fun, addictive game. Like it's just I'll be interested if what price it comes out of because the original was like $2.
Yeah, this is going to be like $30, I assume.
Oh God. Oh no.
Yeah.
Also, we skipped over Power Wash Simulator, fucking game of the year.
No, I said Power Wash Simulator.
I know. I'm just saying. You said it, but I'm just saying. Fucking game.
Oh yeah.
Saying it's game.
Feel free to interrupt me if I'm.
No. You better do it, but that's fine. Power Wash Simulator is gonna have cats.
Because Dylan deemed that uninteresting, but
have you ever played Power Wash Simulator? It is the best. Chuck that on with a podcast. You can just fucking clean some shit.
I cleaned a lot of shit today. All I did today was clean my entire house, deep clean.
Did you power wash anything?
My car? No, I didn't power wash anything.
That's exactly your problem.
Yeah, but imagine doing all of that digitally.
Exactly.
How satisfying that would be.
Exactly. Washing it all. Because I don't want things that I don't want things that dirty in my actual life, but in a video game, fuck yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Yep. Then we got Metro Prime 4 Beyond got a release date finally, December 4th. This one's finally coming out. And Samus has a Akira-like bike now.
Now, I haven't played Metroid in my life, but
any Metroid?
I like Metroid Prime a little bit, like on the GameCube at a friend's house, but other than that, not a whole lot. But watching this trailer, this game looks awfully dated. Like this game does not look new or.
Well, it's a Nintendo Switch game.
Even for a Nintendo Switch game, like, and I can no longer hold that.
This looks good for a Nintendo Switch game.
Yeah, but I don't know. The gameplay itself just looked very, almost of that same ilk as the GameCube game. Like that, it hasn't progressed.
It looks like no, it doesn't look like it. It looks more of the same.
Like it looks like it hasn't progressed. It hasn't grown. It hasn't like found its footing in the modern era. It's just like it's war. Good luck.
Yeah, but the thing you got to remember, I know this is always put in context. It is a first-person shooter, Nintendo first-person shooter. So for a lot of the Nintendo audience, right? They're not playing your Call of Duties and all these other.
The thing is, I don't care about it. The thing is, I don't care about it in that way, but like, you could at least put a bit of effort into making the gameplay something a bit more than what it was, than what it looks to be, to evolve it and to update it.
I enjoyed what I played at the Nintendo Switch 2 thing, but that was only that was like, it seemed like it was near the start of the game, and it was just all shooting and solving a couple puzzles through to a boss fight. And I enjoyed all that, and I enjoyed the boss fight and everything. It was typical Prime stuff. The stuff that looked rough to me in this trailer was the bike stuff, because it's open plains and it looked like it wasn't. Looked like it was struggling a bit to keep the resolution up. So, but I thought visually the game looked fine when I played it. So I'm just hoping it's only because of that, or I don't know. I'm still keen though. So, Donkey Kong Bonanza got a DLC announcement: DK Island and Emerald Rush DLC. This is out now, I believe. So it is a mix of both. You can roam around DK Island, talk to some characters there, destroy DK Island, find all the bananas and gems and what secret things hidden there. And then also the new Emerald Rush mode is basically New Game Plus to a degree, or like a take on it, from what is how I'm taking it, because it more or less is going to force you to go through the entire game again, but doing this Emerald Rush mode across all of the levels. So they've like doubled, like, here, just go for all the worlds again. Here's more.
It seems like this is their version of God of War Valhalla, where they've got kind of rogueliked the game. Except you're just stealing stuff rather than killing monsters.
Yeah. I mean, people love the game, so I don't know if, like, I don't know. There's too many complaints that there's more of the game. I mean, I saw people complaining they had to pay for it.
That would be the only thing, because it is so close to the game's release, to be like, why wasn't this in the game in the first place?
Yeah.
So
I think I saw some of that, because it's like a month after release, or month and a half probably by this point, that people are like, it should have been in the main game and all that sort of stuff. So, but I don't personally have a problem with this one.
No, that's how Nintendo does it.
It's also that thing of people don't understand that, develop, like, quite often, and this is the way it should work and the way that makes sense to me. It's like, you say game ready, it's gone gold, they start shipping it and printing discs and whatever, and then the time between all of that and it getting to players' hands and then playing it, they start work on DLC. Before the team fully disbands and works on something else or whatever, they start work then. So it's never too shocking that DLC quite often comes out a month or 2 months after, because they began working on it straight away when the game went gold. So we then got 2 Pokemon things. The first one was a new game, Pokemon Pokopia, in which you play as a Ditto who turns into a fucked up looking human, and more or less runs a Animal Crossing like island. I'll play it.
Microsoft, go get your shit. Go get your lawyers. Go run after them for this blocky Minecraft aesthetic, all right? Just fucking get them. Nintendo wants to make a shit thing out of Power World and get them for their shit. Microsoft, get them.
Does Microsoft own blocks?
They could probably own something to do with blocks in
There's
Minecraft.
No way you can patent blocks.
They have Nintendo patented.
If Minecraft wanted to come after games that are like Minecraft, they would have come after them a long time ago.
There's so many games with blocks.
Fair. I'm just making a meme out of the Power Word. That's all. I'm just memeing everyone.
But looks fine. It just looks Animal Crossing light, but Pokemon
Crossing, some would say.
Yeah, Pokemon Crossing. Yeah, some would say.
Although, why do you have to play as a creepy Ditto girl?
I guess I don't know.
So you can understand the Pokemon talking.
Because they were like, because obviously they show how, like, more Pokemon you get, then you get Ditto can copy the abilities of the Pokemon to then use those abilities. So I presume as the game progresses, you'll unlock different Pokemon, then you'll copy their abilities to use more high end game shit and whatever. So
Just let me play as Ditto then.
maybe you don't have to turn into a human form. Maybe that's
I hope
optional.
so.
No, I think you do. No. I think you have to be the creepy Ditto because there was also. But I think you get to customize what your creepy Ditto looks like because in the last shot there was a boy or like a male presenting version of the Ditto running around. So I would think that maybe you get to change hairstyles and change colors.
You cannot make them not look creepy though, because Ditto's whole thing is no matter what Ditto transforms into,
creepy as fuck.
The little small eyes, always.
Yeah.
Pokemon Legends ZA or ZA, whatever we call it, got a new trailer focusing on a whole bunch of new Mega Evolution Pokemon that are going to review on it. I will continue to say this. Ever since they announced the Switch 2 version of the game, every trailer since then has been so much better because whenever they showed the game running on Switch 2, it always looks like it's running at a frame rate that's stable. And then you go back and watch trailers prior to Switch 2, and it's like all the jottery trailers and whatever else. So, but yeah, they're adding numerous new Pokemon to this game, or new Pokemon and Mega Evolution Pokemon, including they announced, and this is the one that also people got upset about. They announced a DLC that I don't think it had a date or anything, but they announced the DLC will be coming, which is going to add Mega Raichu, 2 Mega Raichu evolutions into the game.
Can I say, right, they needed to be careful with putting X and Y in there because I was like, are they doing a remake of Pokemon X and Y?
I also was very confused for a second. Yeah. I agree. Yeah. It's just because when Mega Evolutions, they do a X and Y version.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I agree. Yeah, that game's out. I forgot to put the date here, but next month, I think. No, yeah, I think it's next month. Yeah. When we got Danganronpa 2x2, which is a title, but basically this is a remaster of Danganronpa 2 with a new scenario / story in the game, which they're describing as the details of, even in the press release they sent out, I was like, that still doesn't make any sense. But basically they're saying there'll be a story, a part of the story will change and divert into this new story. Whether or not that's a very early thing that changes or later in the game, I don't know. Nonetheless, I'm a big Danganronpa fan. Danganronpa 2 is great. It takes place on an island. It's a lot of fun. Of course, if you've never played a Danganronpa game, it is you roam around, talk to people, interact, build relationships, that sort of stuff, and then eventually visual novel-esque-ish, and then someone dies, and you got to basically do a court case to accuse people of who did it. The game's the most known for the court case gameplay elements, plus the character of Monokuma, who's a bear, an evil bear. Evil bear. We then got Dynasty Warriors Origins. Got a DLC announcement as well. The game comes out January 22nd, 2026. Monster Hunter Stories 3 Twisted Reflection 3 got a new trailer. I don't think there's anything new in here. There might have been. There might have been a monster announcement, but I wouldn't know, to be completely honest. Then we got a montage reel that showed 2 Point Museums coming on October 29th. Disgaea 7 Completes coming out October 10th. EA Sports FC 26 is coming out September 26th. Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD 2D remakes coming out October 30th. Virtua Fighter 5 Revo World Stage is coming later in 2025. Lego Voyages is coming September 15th. Little Nightmares 3 is coming October 10th. Persona 3 Reloads coming October 23rd. They then showed a slightly longer version of the Resident Evil Requiem trailer that was recently shown at the PlayStation thing. However, of course, this is to announce that the game is coming to Nintendo Switch. It looked noticeably worse visually than the PlayStation trailer that was in the State of Play. I don't think that's too shocking. It is still cool that, of course, they can finally, the Nintendo Switch owners and people who don't have multiple consoles, if they want to enjoy the game, will have the option to. They've confirmed that it's not a cloud version, which they have done with, like, when Resident Evil 7 came to Switch. That was a cloud thing that we couldn't do in Australia and all that sort of stuff. But this is a full, just normal game. It's not a weird cloud thing. So they are also re-releasing then 7 and Village on the same day as well on the release date. So, and then the last trailer was Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave, which looked very cool. Reminded me that I never finished Three Houses, even though I really enjoyed it. Just never finished it. And then when they showed the character at the end, I was like, is that a character? I feel like I know that character. And then looked on Twitter and people were like, that character's from Three Houses. I was like, great. The game I didn't finish. Anyway, so seemingly this one will be taking place in the same world or following on, I don't know. The character looks about 10 years old, 10, 20 years. I don't know. The character looks older. It's taking place sometimes later. It's a typical Fire Emblem, obviously tactics, combat, military based. They showed a quick moment of a character running around in a 3D world similar to Three Houses, so you'll be exploring and building relationships with characters and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, cool trailer and everything. Ciaran, you didn't check out any of Three Houses?
Three Houses is always a game I've kicked myself for not playing. And it's always had somewhat form of FOMO for it. So the moment this shows up in the Direct and I watch the trailer, I'm in. I've always said the next Fire Emblem game I'm going to grab, like mainline Fire Emblem game, I'm going to pick up and play. So yeah, I'm excited to look into this and to play this when it does come out.
Should be a 2026 thing. We'll get a couple more trailers for it, I'm sure, over the next year in Directs. Ash, you were like me and I think played a little bit and then finished
I played a little bit. Yeah, it would be interesting to see how is it going to be closer to Three Kingdoms or is it going to be closer to the last one that they did? It was maybe a little bit more linear. You know, it's very hard to tell from this trailer how the story is going to break down. Are you going to be playing as each of these individual characters? Are those going to be people you can recruit to your team? Is it all these? Because it seems like there's this whole gladiatorial element to it. Yeah, I mean, it looks very intriguing, and obviously we've got a lot of time to explore what the actual game is in the next 12 months or so. So, yeah, good first tease. Just wish it was coming out this year.
There's enough.
Critic reasons, yeah.
We got it. Yeah, I see. I was like, what are you talking about? There's enough to. Yeah, that makes that you would fucking say that one, yeah. All right, Ciaran, you've been playing Borderlands 4. Take us through the latest journey, and I don't even know where this one's set.
This one's set in a different planet called Kalios. Borderlands 4 played on PC. I've just looked about 18 hours in to it. First marker, I'm not having any personal issues with it, but Borderlands 4 for PC is horribly optimized at the moment. There are a range of issues where people are having to remember to restart their game once an hour, every hour to stop a memory leak. Lots of little things like that. So that's currently being worked on. The game itself, I think, is more Borderlands in terms of the gameplay, the looter shooter, the aspect of, exploring the world, going through, getting loot. That kind of aspect still very much Borderlands, and it is a lot of fun. Playing with friends, a lot of fun. I think Borderlands this time, the team at Gearbox have played it too safe in terms of last Borderlands 3. I think one of the biggest, even I gave it this criticism, is that the game was trying to be too funny. There was too many kind of too many attempts at being funny, too many attempts at being satirical around streamer and kind of the internet culture that we have today. But as a whole now, was as a whole was told in discussions or interviews with the devs, were actually saying the devs were actually working on a basis of laughs per minute, of making sure that that was a focus for them in the writing of Borderlands 3, which created it. I think Borderlands 4, they have pulled back too much. They have taken away a lot of the over the top character that comes from the Borderlands characters that make them memorable. There's very not minimal Claptrap, but he's probably not as involved as he is in previous iterations.
Don't you hate Claptrap though?
I do, but at the same time, it's kind of his purpose to hate Claptrap. Like you kind of his purpose is to
You
be
love to
involved.
hate him.
You love to hate him. He's there to be hated and to be annoying, but it's a positive for him to be there. So yeah, it pulled back a lot. I don't think any of the NPCs are overly memorable, but they have made an effort to make the characters that you're playing as and the different classes to have more personality and more character and backstories, and for them to be talking more often and interacting with other characters and having some back and forth, which I think is good, because it's always been the funny thing about Borderlands is you never get to know the playable characters until the following iteration. So Borderlands 1, nobody knew the main cast of characters until Borderlands 2, when Roland and everybody became NPCs and major players within the world of Borderlands 2. Same thing happened with 3. Once again, same thing's happening with Borderlands 4 with the Borderlands 3 protagonists. But this time, at least, your various characters they're talking, they're interacting with each other, they're interacting with NPCs. They have their own personalities. I would recommend it to people if you play Borderlands and you enjoyed any of the other Borderlands, play this game. It's minute-to-minute gameplay is still a lot of fun. I think they've tried to progress themselves in terms of the way their world design is. There's a lot more verticality to the world. They've added in a grappling hook, but then at the same time, they've added weird limitations to that grappling hook. You can only grapple to special grapple points or locations, but they've also, as I've just mentioned, made the world more vertical. So there's more when you're going down, especially the opening areas. There's a lot more cliffs. There's a lot more sections where
that grapple gun, yeah, baby.
Yeah, but like you would expect, oh, cool, I'm just going to grapple up there. No, you spend a weird amount of time driving around the cliff trying to find a grapple point, or driving around the cliff to find where the direction up the cliff is. It's not fluid. It's not it feels like it's kind of a half step rather than being fully implemented into the game, which can be very detrimental to your movement throughout the world. The world is chockers with things to do. There's so many side quests, there's so many collectibles, there's so many different camps to clear or fast travel points to unlock. I think it is.
You playing this solo, or are you playing it with your friends?
I'm playing with friends. Yeah. And that's the thing of it. I think if I'm going to play it, grab it, and if you'll play, grab it if you're going to have friends to play it with and jump in and out with and enjoy the game and hang out with. I don't think I would be as kind of enthralled by the minute-to-minute gameplay.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, 18 hours. I was like, there's no way he's playing this solo for 18 hours.
Yeah, exactly. Right? Like, it's playing with friends. Like, it's been a big thing with my friends to kind of hang out and just keep playing through. So, yeah, I don't think if I was single player, I don't think I'd enjoy it as much as I am currently. So, in some ways, it's a bit of a misstep. I think it's a step forward for Borderlands 3. But as a whole, I think there's still plenty of work to be done, and plenty for the future of Borderlands for it to be a better game and a better title within the franchise.
Do you reckon you're going to finish the story, or will you just drop off it?
No. We'll finish the story, because I think most of the way through, the story is, as with a lot of Borderlands games, that it's more about getting to the end game and playing the end game than it is the story itself. So, we're cruising through that.
Who is the bad guy?
The bad guy is is somebody called the Timekeeper, and he pretty much he has outlawed being a Vault Hunter on this world of Kalios and enslaved the entire race with these chips that get installed in the back of people's necks. The moment people try and take them out, they become what's called a Ripper, which is like the psychos that you normally get from Borderlands. Pretty much the game is about fighting back against him, creating a resistance. It's kind of the box standard for a Borderlands title. Is there is a big bad, you're fighting against them. What is the journey in the team and the aspect of getting towards it? You're meeting people in the different environments, in the different home bases. You're meeting some of the old characters. It's Borderlands as a whole. Like, it is Borderlands paint by numbers, but just very safe paint by numbers where they were very worried to go outside the lines, and they tried to use probably duller colors than they would previously use. Looks fantastic though. I think the new art style is very good. I think as a spectacle, it is a lot of fun. But yeah.
So you're preferring this over 3?
Oh, 100%. This is a 3. I think if I was to give this a score, like it's a solid 7.5, maybe closer to a 7 than it is closer to an 8. But yeah, I wouldn't be going out of your way and buying it if you didn't have a group of friends to play it with, or you didn't just absolutely love the Borderlands franchise. And if you did love the Borderlands franchise, you already own the game most likely. So yeah.
Got any cool weapons yet?
Bits and pieces, like nothing outlandish or kind of over the top yet. I think it's more. I'm enjoying the kind of the class designs as always, like kind of finding the skill tree that works for you and playing around with it.
What are you playing as?
So I'm playing as Rafa, who is the Exo Soldier. He has like shoulder mounted turrets that come out with his actions, and like my build currently is the more shield you have, the more damage you do. And then you kind of buffing your shield to do as much possible kind of regen, so you can keep your shield as high as possible to do as much damage as you can. But there's the Siren. She summons different kind of pets or different kind of things to fight alongside of her. There is like this big bulky guy that either gets like giant battle axes or giant great swords and stuff like that. And the other character is focused on gravity and kind of creating like black holes, or like the way the build my friend's playing is everything kind of, it pops enemies up into like bubbles, then slams them on the ground and holds them up in the air for people. And it's lots of nice variety at the moment to try out and play around with.
Cool. Well, I know some people at work were talking about it, but they had zero interest because they didn't like 3 so much that they were like, "No, can't even be bothered."
Yep.
So I'm wondering how much of that there is.
Yeah, I'd think a decent amount. I think 3 left a lot of bad taste in people's mouths, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, and it doesn't help if people have that bad taste and then they go to play the game on PC and it's unplayable for a lot of people. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, rip. All right, that'll do it for this week's episode of Arcade Couch. Of course, let us know any comments, questions, concerns you've had about this week's episode. You can do that by finding all of our social media at explosionnetwork.com/follow. You can support the show by heading to explosionnetwork.com/support and donate as little as $1 over there. And until next week, same time, same couch.